like father, like daughter. Ayaw rin umarap dito Duterte sa ICC. Diba? Ayaw umarap ng daughter. Tanong ko, is the refusal to face the court, ICC or the House Committee, is that a political or a legal or a moral decision? Kung political, may political advantage eh. Yung mga pro-Duterte nandun, nagrarally kung ano nang sasabihin. Kasi kawawa si Digong. Pag umarap yan eh, bubugugin, etc. Yung gano'n rin sasabihin ng mga supporters ni Sara, huwag ka na umarap, ma'am. Malakas ang political base mo. Political. Legal. They have the right not to appeal. Pero moral, kung wala kang, kung you're not guilty, face the music and sit there until proven that you are guilty and or not guilty.
If I may respond very quickly, yung line na kung walang tinatago, ba't ayaw humarap, is the biggest BS that has ever been better. Marami pong reasons. Even the Supreme Court has recognized in a number of cases na flight is not necessarily an indication of guilt. Marami kasi yan. I can give that to you. Just not right now, but you can Google it up. Okay, now yung sinasabi ni Father, ni Reverend Robert Reyes, na moral, alam niyo po, kaya tayo secular country. Our rules are an amalgamation of legal, political, and moral. Kasi kung puro moral na lamang, para tayo mga Muslim countries na Sharia, magnakaw ka, putulin yung kamay mo, di ba? O, manilip ka, tukpatin yung mata mo, bulagin ka, di ba? O, gano'n na lang tayo. Hindi pwedeng puro moral. In the same way, hindi puro legal, hindi pwedeng puro political. Balanse po yan. So, legally, na-explain ko na to, hindi na nag-ulitin, na they are well within their rights. Yung kay Duterte, hindi ko ma-discuss masyado dahil may pending case po sa Korte Suprema at magiging sub-judice. And again, with all due respect to Attorney JV, at the Supreme Court is entitled to full faith and credit. Kahit even if you disagree, wag tayo sanang magbibigay ng any insinuations or allusions na something is going on aside from the legitimate processes of adjudicating cases. Lalo na kung wala tayong pruweba. Sabi nga nila, the Supreme Court is not final because it is infallible. It is infallible because it is final. We may debate to death yung mga kaso roon, pero pag naglabas na po yan, huwag na po nating salaunain yung motibo unless may pruweba po tayo. Okay, so yun po ang sinasabi ko. They are well within the rights. Yung sa ICC, there are jurisdictional, political, and other questions na nasa Supreme Court. Hindi pa naman po ako makapag-komento. But rest assured, hindi po dahil guilty kaya ayaw humarap. Not necessarily the case. And I'm sure a lot of people will agree with me on that. Salamat po.
One last question from media before we pack it up for today. Go ahead, please, sir.
Good morning. Edad po ng Road News Tabloid. Ako po ay nagugulumayanan sa inyong lahat dyan sapagkat napakasimple na probable cause ay parang nahihirapan kayo. Umabot pa ng pistahan. Siguro, mariin po sa sunod imbitahan nyo na lang yung graduate ng Wambol University. Sapagkat mismo nagsalita yung Korte Suprema, hindi humubra sa graduate ng Wambol University. Atty. Topacio, ako pwede mo bang isama ko na isang
Hindi lang graduate yun, partner. Siya pang Dean of the College of Law ng Wambol University. The same person who said, pwede natin i-disregard yung order ng Supreme Court.
Yun ang habo. Ano ho kayo ng stand nyo po doon? May order na po yung Supreme Court. Bakit tinuloy pa rin doon yung impeachment kay Sara Duterte?
Walang order po, wala pa.
Walang order. Hinihintay ng Senado yung articles of impeachment kung makaka-find ng probable cause. And I agree with Atty. Topacio. Una papunta magkakaroon ng finding yan. And to my mind, whether or not there is finding, it's their prerogative. After all, the Constitution gave them the power, exclusive. Exclusive. Ibig sabihin, pwera kayo lahat. Siya lang pwede mag-initiate. Walang pwede makialam. In fact, Can Congress abuse its prerogative? Yes, it can abuse. Yes. Just not make it grave. Kasi pag naging grave na, iba na yan. That is whimsical, capricious, tyrannical to the extent that you are not doing your duty anymore. That you are just oppressing the respondent. Yan ang grave abuse. Yan lang ang pwede mag-step in ang Supreme Court. But if the abuse is simple abuse, Congress can do it. Under the Constitution, pwede yan. Ngayon, the Supreme Court naman can make mistakes. Kaya nga lang, sabi nga ni Atty. Pasio, that mistake is law of the land. Wala na naman. Unless, it is reversed. It is reversed. Kasi nire-reverse din naman ng Supreme Court ang sarili niya. Pagka nagbagong position yan, for example, re-reverse niya yung doctrine. Aalisin niya yan. Dapat kasi, the Supreme Court, I don't want to advise the Supreme Court, but this is just a comment from a common citizen, not necessarily a lawyer. No? Na considering, one, the Supreme Court justices are themselves impeachable. So if they make impeachment difficult, they grant themselves a favor. Kasi pabor sa kanila yun eh. Pagka pinahirapan nila, kamukha ngayon, yun ang sinasabi ni Senate President Soto, which by the way, I think, wag na natin i-hamit ad hominem. I think he's been saying sensible things about the Supreme Court decision. And he has the prerogative to say that. After all, he is Senate President. Kung equal sila eh. Huwag sabihin ng Supreme Court, mas magaling siya kay Soto. Hindi pwede. Dahil ang power nila equal under the Constitution. I-balance mo yan. So he can say it. And number two, the Supreme Court should have been very sensitive about the fact that most of them, I think, 12 or 13 of them, are appointees of, former President Rodrigo Duterte. And therefore, whatever they do, they should be careful kasi yung beneficiary ng kanilang decision is a daughter of the very person who appointed them. In theory kasi, when a member of the Supreme Court, or for that matter, any elected na constitution body, is appointed by, say, the President, it is, whatever political debt is cut, dapat tapos na yun. When one is given the oath, then the loyalty of that official must be to the country na, to the oath. He must be independent and autonomous, and not beholden to the appointing power. But, you cannot take away from the minds of the people that if they do this, and it benefits Duterte, and most of them are Duterte appointees, a conclusion, fairly or unfairly, may be made. So that we were asking the Supreme Court sana, restraint, more prudence naman, more caution naman. So now, there is now again another petition by Sara Duterte. And I think the Duterte supporters, the so-called TDS, are expecting another favorable decision from the Supreme Court. That will be the last day in the coffin. Pagka yan i-agree na, maliwanag pa sa sikat ng araw, di ba? Na medyo may pinapaguran na dito. Let Congress do its job. Let it file the articles if there's already 1/3 vote from the plenary. And then, let us hear the trial before the Senate, sitting as a court. That is the legal aspect of impeachment. Because now, the case is before a court. Congress was just a committee and a plenary. It is not a court. Pag sumampa na yan sa court, Senate, impeachment court, then that is the time when the full panoply of due process must be respected and upheld. Kasi dyan, pwede mo nang i-cross-examine ang mga witnesses. Kaya si Madriaga, hindi mo talaga pwedeng sabihin kung credible yan o hindi. Pwede mo lang i-comment, as an unprofessional observation, parang credible. But you cannot really test his credibility because in the House, in the Justice Committee, clarificatory hearing does not allow cross-examination. You cannot test the credibility of the witness. If trial commences in the Senate, that is the occasion when the lawyers of Sara Duterte, like the eminent Attorney Topacio, can test the credibility of Madriaga whether he is saying the truth or not. Kasi meron na hong cross-examination.
And on that note, I think time is running out. And like I said, we will never have enough time if we have Father Robert, Attorney Ferdy, and Attorney JV in one table. Maubusan pa tayo ng oras.